Some years ago, I was on vacation doing some traveling, and I came into a neighborhood where I noticed the church door was open. I love to stop in neighborhood churches. So I went in there, said a prayer. And as I'm looking around, I noticed on the right side, there was a light coming from a room. The door was open. So I kind of walked over and I peeked in. And in the room, and it was a pretty good sized room, there was a countertop, like a large table. And on that countertop was a broken crucifix. The wooden cross itself was intact, but the corpus, the body of Christ, had been broken into many pieces. And standing next to this was an elderly priest. And he was just sort of looking at it. And I got his attention. I said, "Excuse me, but I'm so sorry. What happened?" And the priest mumbled, "It fell off the wall." And then after a good silence, he said, now it's my job to try to put it together again." I don't know who that priest was. I don't know why the statue fell off the wall. I don't know if he was able ever to put the pieces back together, because that would have been pretty hard. But that image of a broken crucifix has stayed with me. And the great irony is the priest, a human, was trying to put back together a statue of Jesus. On this day on Passion Sunday, we talk about the real Jesus putting back together the broken reality of humanity. And it doesn't take much for us to realize humanity is broken. You see the news. We hear about the atrocities of war in Ukraine and other places. We hear about the suffering and the needless suffering that people go through. We hear about divisions in families and how people hurt each other. And we know, and maybe from our own experience, that individuals are broken. And sometimes we wonder what's going on within our own hearts. Jesus is here to put it back together. It's the healing of the brokenness of humanity. And he heals by accepting brokenness himself. He accepted the brokenness on the cross. If you've listened closely to the reading of the Passion, the one criminal said, "We are guilty. He's not. But look at the suffering he's going through." He accepted the cross. He allowed his body to physically be broken to death to show the extent of his love, that nothing would be held back. He would give it all for us. And in giving all, we have a chance to become whole once again.